Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkoviak. Today, we're going to talk about 9 things that I would not go into the woods without, that I don't carry, or that I will not hunt without. And we're going to show you those couple of things. I got to look at that and make sure that audio is moving across there. It is, all right. Sorry, couldn't tell. But, so, that's what we got. I got my pack here. I pulled a couple things out of it. These are my easy-to-get-to things that are always with me. We're going to set this aside, just so it's out of the way. And first one I want to talk about is a saw. Okay, now a lot of places, even Michigan, you're not allowed to trim tree branches and things like that. And I'm not going to lie, occasionally I did. Very small, minor ones, but here in a lot of places you can. But this is very valuable. A saw also, I use it even here, down here a lot for poison ivy. Okay, a lot of the trees we're climbing, it got poison ivy on them, and I will use this to actually cut those vines. Like if I got to put my arm and hang a stick on there, before I do, I'll cut a section of that vine out, use this, kind of wedge it behind the vines and pop it out and knock that off the tree before I put and hang my stand on there. As I go to hang, or my sticks, as I hang my stand, I'll cut that vine, cut it, pop it out of there, you know, just use it like a little pry bar and pry it off and get rid of it to try and keep that stuff off there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. As you look at my arms, you can see I am still healing from poison ivy that I have all over here. It's just one of those kind of deals you deal with a lot down here. And it also works as a bone saw. So when I kill an animal and I want to take those antlers off, rather than take the whole head, this, I can cut those antlers right off below the bases, cut right into the skull, put a V-notch in there, and take those antlers right off. This thing, that's actually what you see on here right now, is not meat, or that's actually from deer hide, or from skull, doing that there. That's just hasn't been cleaned off yet. That's the one that killed that spike, and that stuff is still on that blade. So a little lightweight saw, very valuable. This ARS saw, the best saw that I've ever used in my life, hands down. Here's another one. I just bought another one to take because I'm getting ready to leave for my 3-week Midwest trip. I want a spare, but this is it right here. ARS, pure Japanese saw. Just incredible. Okay, they are not expensive at all. The latch on here is flawless. It is pure simplicity in design and function. It weighs next to nothing. It locks rock solid. I can do this one-handed in a tree. Okay, that's the beauty of it too. I can open this up in the tree one-handed, fold this thing open, just lift that lock, it catches, and pop it down with my thumb, and it's locked. I can unlock it and put it away in a tree, too, as well. Just like that, drop it, and then hit it against the tree to fold it. So I really like this saw a lot. But the blade design and the simplicity of that lock and how strong it is just to make it an absolute incredible saw. This thing's been used a ton. This is my 3rd or 4th one of these things. I can't say enough good things about them. And like I said, they're very affordable. And they come in for many different uses. They are just, you know, it's something I will never go into the woods without is a saw. And it will never be anything other than ARS ever again. Steve Carre bought me an ARS saw about 6 years ago. I was using Silkies, and he said, you got to try this thing. And he bought one for me because I was hesitant. I was thinking my Silkies as good as it gets. I'm not getting anything else. He bought me one. I went out and tested it, made videos on it on this channel for you, so you saw the videos. It blew the doors off of my Silky, and it's lightweight, it's affordable, everything about it, and I've used them ever since. The ARS saws are by far the best saws that you could ever get, in my opinion. This is the DX210 model. I'll put links to this stuff below. I was using a GL18s, which is just a little bit longer, but you know, these, like I said, just does not get better than this. Weighs next to nothing, rock solid. Not like my Gerbers of the old days where the blades were always bent and kinked and you had to cut a million times. This thing is quiet, it's quick, and it gets the job done, and it's flawless on every level. And like I said, it works as a great bone saw too. So that saw is with me constantly. This tool right here does not, I never hunt without this in my pack. Okay, this is my phone, my mini, super cheap. I have very expensive ones. I got Gorilla Pods. I got a bunch of really expensive ones, Manfrotto ones. This is a super cheap UB size or whatever off Amazon for like 10 bucks, but it holds my phone. And so when I want to do all my hero shots, every picture you see is done with this little tripod right here. Okay, I can set it up, I can loosen this, and I can twist it to any position I need and set it up. I can self-stand it any way I need it to. I can wrap it around a branch if I need to. I obviously don't have a branch in here, but I can take this and wrap it around a branch like that. I can spin this and put that up and catch that on that spot so it sits like this. I can do anything I want to with this little tripod thing. It is that quick and easy to put my phone in and out of. Okay, it's nothing to it, just spring loaded, and this thing just works incredible. I just give it a twist. There it is. This thing just rides in my pack. It is rock solid, works fantastic for all my selfie stuff. Anything I got to film out there, especially with the Patreon stuff and all the things I do, I can just take this real fast, like I said, and I can go hang this anywhere I want it to, set it on there, give this a quick twist to set exactly what I want, put that on there like that, then I can take my phone, put it on here, and now I can do whatever I need to. It's just that easy. This little tool right here for like $12 is super, super, super functional. I love it. And again, this one has been used hundreds of times. And that's it. I throw that right in my pack. Weighs nothing. Sweet, simple, easy. This right here, I take one of these, and I don't care who it is. This one I love because it is so slim and lightweight. But this is one of those battery packs, okay? This is Night Course carbon fiber one, a battery pack. I think this was like 60 bucks. But even the $10 ones work. I'm running my camera on one right now, actually, too. But it's a battery pack. I have my phone charging cord and all the charging cords for my headlamps, my night, everything I need is on here. So having this with me at all times, it weighs next to nothing. This whole set with these wires and everything weighs less than my cell phone does, okay? So very nice and compact and simple, but this way I can charge my phone when I'm out there. Again, I make a lot of videos, but I can charge my phone. If I'm out blood trailing an animal and it's my headlamp battery starts to go low, I can switch over to my flashlight and recharge my headlamp. I can do all sorts of different things with this and charge stuff. So I never go anywhere without that. Water bottle is always in my pack, even though I don't drink it. Now, there's a lot of people that have that attitude, well, I'm only going out there for a couple of hours, so I don't need one. And that's fine. I don't ever go out for only a couple of hours. And even if I am out there only a couple of hours, my intention is to kill stuff. If I kill stuff and I have to be out there, sometimes what you think might be a 3-hour hunt or a 4-hour hunt might turn into be 6 or 8 or 9 hours out there, blood trailing, waiting on things, waiting on a gut shot, things like that kind of stuff. You're 2 miles deep. You're probably not going to hike out 2 miles and hike back in 2 miles, you know, for when you could just wait it out for 3 hours out there. Having a bottle of water, something as simple as this, really is beneficial. Every time I'm boning an animal out in the field, I will get tired, thirsty, your back gets a little bit sore, you're hunkered over. It's nice to take a break for a minute, grab a bottle of water, and drink stuff. So even people that, you know, got a million reasons why they don't, I will never not carry this with you. Also comes in very handy to rinse things off as well, too, for rinsing your hands off when you do get done doing animals. So I never not have that. This is my binoculars. I know a lot of people feel that binoculars are overrated. They don't think they need them when they're in the woods. They're like, I can see, I don't need to count points. I can count the points. I'm bow hunting. I don't care till it gets in. I hear 100 excuses. My binoculars, I carry them in this orange hat. Why? Because then if I kill a decent buck and I want to take that head out, I can actually strap this orange hat right on top of his. If he's going to be mounted on my pack and riding on there, I want orange on it. So I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I also just had to use this to flag somebody down the other day, too, that was walking in on me during a primitive hunt, and I was up in a tree. He wasn't seeing where I was. This is always right in the top of my pack. I almost use it like a shelf in there to throw anything I want to in my open pack that's next to me. But I grab this and wave it at him, and he saw exactly where I was, okay? So having this is great. Or if I'm in an area and I'm hunting, and I don't want to wear orange, I don't have to down here like during small game when I'm hog hunting, but if I start hearing a lot of gunshots, I can take this hat, put it on my head, and now I don't have to worry. I'm protected from, you know, people out there that are going to see me and know what I'm doing. So I carry my binoculars in this Gore-Tex orange hat, and I just flip it over, fold it over like that, and that's how I carry these. Okay, they're well protected, and I get the multifunction. So in binoculars, though, I will never go in the woods without binoculars. I don't walk through the woods, I don't scout, I don't hunt, I don't do anything without binoculars. I need them to identify if there's acorns in trees, persimmons in trees. I want to use them to be able to identify animals. I use them when I'm blood trailing to see if there's, if I got anything up there further ahead. I go, which way did he go? And I can scan and go, oh, there's blood. He went that way. I don't even have to walk over there and try and figure it out. So these things are valuable for everything. I go set up in the morning and I walk into a spot blind and I climb in a tree and I get set up, and as soon as daylight breaks, I'm wondering if I picked the right spot. Let's see. Oh, there's a scrape. There's a rub. Oh, there's another scrape. Oh, look at that. Oh, is that a stand over there? There's somebody's stand way over there. I can see everything because of these. Okay? Hear a deer. I hear something over there. What is it? I hear something moving over there. I can't see. It's super thick. Oh, that's a deer leg moving through there. That's a deer leg. Oh, what? Oh, that's a buck. I can see so much with binoculars. I will never not hunt with them. These are those new Kawa 6.5 by 32s, right? 32 or 30s? 32s. I'm pretty sure these are. I think they're a 32. Yeah, 6.5 by 32. I love these, and these were they're cheap. They're not expensive. Matter of fact, I just sent a link to somebody. I have a link below, but I sent a link. There were 400 on Amazon. They're only $359 right now on Amazon. Love these binoculars. Matter of fact, the rest of this whole year, I'm not even using my Swarovski ones. I'm leaving in a few days to go to my Midwest 3-week hunt trip, and I'm taking these with me. I love these 6.5 by 32 Kawas. So, but binoculars always with me every second of the day, hands down. Will not go anywhere without them. Okay. Next up, we have our Tradtrackr. I have not killed an animal with this on yet. Okay. But since I found out about it, and there's people that are out there then now I have one buddy who's shot deer with this 2 times, and the string broke on him both times. Okay, I have heard from other people that are using this too. They've had great success with it, where they're running out the whole entire spool, not having any issues. It's working good. The thread on this thing is I did a whole review on it. It is a little thinner than most string trackers, but so far I've only had one guy he's killed 2 deer with it, and both of them broke, and he said it broke right at where the broadhead meets the arrow. So I'm not sure if his particular broadhead is cutting it when he's wrapping it around the threads and tightening it, if it's something in there that burrs or something, or the way that head's designed, it's cutting it. But he said that's where they're breaking at on him. But like I said, all my practice, I had no issues with it. And then, like I said, I have friends that have been killing animals with these on that have had great success. I do not use this all the time. Okay, I'm not going to use a string tracker all the time. But you'll see if you're in my Patreon course, you've seen many times where you see this on my bow. If I am hunting super, super thick stuff where I'm going to have any concerns of any kind of tracking that animal, or when it's raining out, I am using this on here. It is an extra bonus precaution to help me recover that animal. So I carry this with me in my pack all the time. It is very nice, and look at how little and compact this is. Okay, and the string on this is so thin that it does not affect arrow flight at all. I mean, 0 impact on arrow flight. It does exactly, you just can't say it any better. I carry extra thread bobbins. This is actually the strap they give you to wrap around your bow. I just use a rubber band. Maybe I'll insert a picture here for you, show you how I put it on there. But just amazing. It's just incredible. Again, the thread is thinner and a little bit weaker, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's so compact and so lightweight and so little impact, no impact on your flight, that I don't mind using it. I've always been against string trackers for that, but this one here changes that. It's going to have a few pros and cons. Like I said, one buddy, 2 deer, it hasn't worked for him. But I'm hearing reports from a bunch of other people that it's working like a champ. So, but I have not killed a deer with this yet, so I don't know. But I do, that's with me all the time, because if I hit rain or I hit a nasty spot like the spot I'm going into tomorrow, it is just jammed thick in here. I got one chestnut oak that is just rocking solid, but it is so thick around there. It is just unbelievably thick. And this will be on my bow all day tomorrow while I'm in that spot, hands down. So it's just a nice little bonus there. Also, put that away. But for now, this I'm putting in here because people ask. Okay, all of my stuff, all my hunts that you see on Patreon and stuff, I film it with my cell phone when I don't need to be holding my bow. Okay, I use my cell phone for everything like this. All the stuff I'm doing is like this with my cell phone. Cell phones work perfect today. YouTube, we're not doing any more than 1080p. I don't need anything else. It works great. My GoPro, this is how I film things when I'm actually hunting. Okay. When I'm hunting and I'm up there, this is mounted on my head. Is that high enough, or can you guys, does that need to go up just a touch? Let's put that up just a touch for you so you can see a little bit better. There we go. So I run the GoPro on my head and I have it over on this side, just like you see it right here. Why is it pointed off this way? That's because when I'm shooting, I drop in and I shoot this way, and then it lines up perfectly with what I'm doing. Wherever I'm doing it, that is how it's going to set up and how I'm going to shoot that. So I put that GoPro on there, and I run this, and you can see, because I don't want, it's got a front screen on it. It's a GoPro Hero 11. Okay, but I put stealth strip over the front screen because I don't want that on and showing to the animals. All that's there is just a little red dot up there on the top, which I didn't cover. But basically, that's our whole, what is going on here focus-wise on my camera? Sorry. Just making me nuts there. But that's how I set it up. But, you know, just something like that on a simple headband strap. It's on. It sits right here off to the side like that. So when I shoot, that thing's lining up. And that's how all my kill shots are taken care of. For those of you that are technical people, I set this. Okay, I'm not going to explain all this to you, so you'll have to look at it. But those of you that want to know, I run this at 4K. I'm running it at 4/3 shape function, so it's square, not horizontal. I'm running it at 4K at 4:3 ratio, and I'm running it at 30 frames per second with my ISO set to max output on here, so it'll do it. Okay, and then out of that 4/3 frame, 4:3 ratio, I will take whatever section of 1080p I want, and I can zoom in up to 4 times on this and still be 1080K for you know, 1080 P high def for this is how I set that up. So that's my GoPro on there. Now another thing, last thing, you want a quality combination of both, a headlamp and a flashlight. Okay, I've done videos on these. This is that Ace Beam H30. This is that Ace Beam E70. I don't care which brand you use or who makes it or what you're doing with it. You just want to make sure that you have a combination of both, a headlamp and a flashlight. The headlamp on your head is for obviously the best thing there is. Walking in the woods, walking to your stand, hanging your stand, everything hands-free. Looking for blood is great. The flashlight, though, for blood trailing is amazing, to be able to really pinpoint in, get in close, look at stuff, to take leaves, flip, and look. I mean, get under on the edges of logs. This is a precision type tool for blood trailing, and it is also a backup. When this starts to die and goes down, I have this, and I can put that in my mouth, and I can then take my pack out, and I can get stuff and get this one reloaded or whatever. Actually, in the case of this one, which is nice, if this battery dies, then I just open this up, and I'll pull that battery out. These huge, I love these 21-700s. I'll take this and put this in there, and then I'll continue using just a headlamp if I need to. But this is basically giving me, you know, I got to carry that spare battery anyway, and that spare battery is that big anyhow. Why not just throw the spare battery in an amazing headlamp or an amazing flashlight, and then carry that whole set? So that's kind of my attitude on it. And I carry these. This is what I throw that in my pack, but I wear these all the time because they stop all the sweat, and they can keep the gnats and crap out of my ears, and they stop the shine on my head down here in the south. So and what I do, I just take this and I throw it right in here. When I get home each night, I come in, I take this and I have a bucket of scent killer soap. I don't have any out here, but I got a little 3-gallon bucket like this size. One of these little dudes right here. And it sits up there on my porch. It's on my shelf right there behind there. And but I keep that full of a mixture of laundry detergent and water. And every night when I come home from hunting, I take this right here, and I take my headband strap from this, and I stick them in that water and dunk them a little bit, and then I just wring them out, and they're dry. You know, they're dry before I go hunting the next day, and that keeps, you know, that way I keep that, because I'm sweating like crazy in these, so that's what protects that and keeps it all all done. If I spin you around here, can we? Let's see. But if I spin you, you look on my deck up there on my porch, that white bucket that you see over the plants there, that is that piece that we are talking about right there. So we put that back this way, spin you back over here, and right there like that. But anyway, that is 5 things that I am carrying, or 9 things that I'm carrying with me all the time when I'm hunting. I'm hoping this video turns out. I just looked at that. The video I made yesterday, I had this thing jumped up to 5,000 ISO and I never reset it. We're at 5,000 ISO right now. But anyway, so if it's a little grainy looking, sorry for that. But those are things that 9 things, whatever I got here, that I will not go in the woods without. There with me all the time. Plus all the other stuff that we obviously carry, which I've been through all the pack contents and things like that that's in here. We're not doing another one on that. But these things, vital. With me everywhere I go, every single thing I do, all the time. Even when I'm hog hunting, this is with me when I'm spot and stalk hog hunting. Now, I'm not going to, I can't stalk with that on my bow and on my arrow, obviously, when I'm walking through there. But if I stop and I'm going to chill and I'm in a real thick spot and I'm going to set up there for an hour, I throw this on my bow. Tie it on my arrow real quick, throw it on my bow, and I'm ready. And I have that extra security in those real thick, nasty places to be able to have that bonus of a tracker on there too. So I'm real excited to use that. That thing is, like I said, I have not killed a deer with this on there yet, but I am excited to see what it can do. And if this thread works as good as, like I said, many people are saying, a couple people saying not so good, but if it works great, fantastic. If it doesn't, I will come up with a different solution of a thread or something in there that might be just a smidge stronger. But what I love about this particular one, does not change arrow flight under any circumstances. It is flawless. It is super easy, and it's easy to break with your hands. So when I'm all done, and I got this thing pulled out here, which right now I got it wrapped over, but so if I take this here, and I got it, and I want to get rid of this little string, okay, and I'm all done hunting, I don't have to try to figure out what to do with this. I can just take this and wrap it around my finger and pull it hard, and it snaps, okay? So it's a thin, kind of easy to break, but it threads through the brush good. And like I said, there's zero concerns with that slowing down or doing anything to your arrow. And I love it. Like I said, I've shot a bunch of shots with this. I've been through 3 spools of it already, testing all that. I'm real happy with this little Tradtrackr. So, all right, there you go. Couple little tidbits for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.